breaking Coco Gauff's heart-wrenching win over Sabalenka, a match that changed everything. Some matches become statistics. Some become highlight reels. But once in a generation, a match becomes a story, a living, breathing, unforgettable moment where two athletes pour not just skill but soul onto the court. On a night thick with tension, under lights that felt brighter than ever, Coco Gauff and Aryna Sabalenka produced exactly that kind of moment, one that left millions breathless, commentators stunned, and even the players themselves transformed. This wasn't just a match. It was a collision of wills, a clash of philosophies, a battle between heart and fire, between resilience and raw power. When it finally ended, with Coco Gauff standing victorious in a win that felt more emotional than triumphant, the tennis world understood instantly. This match changed everything. The setting, a night too heavy for ordinary tennis. The stadium was a cauldron, bright, loud, alive. Every seat was filled. Every camera was locked onto the baseline. Every heartbeat in the arena seemed synced with the bouncing ball. During warm-up, the storyline was already epic. Coco Gauff, the rising American hero, the symbol of poise and purpose, carrying the weight of enormous expectations. Aryna Sabalenka, the reigning powerhouse, the queen of adrenaline, swinging as if each shot could split the earth. Two opposites, two storms, two women determined to claim the night. But even before the first point, everyone sensed something different. This wasn't going to be normal, and they were right. Round one, power meets resistance. Sabalenka opened like a hurricane, explosive, overwhelming, swinging with fury as if she wanted to end points in a single breath. Her serves were bombs. Her forehands were artillery. She moved with the confidence of someone who had stared down countless opponents and broken them with sheer force. The first few games felt like a warning shot. But Gauff, she didn't bend. She didn't panic. She didn't let the storm shake her. Instead, she absorbed it like a wall of steel. Each time Sabalenka unleashed power, Coco redirected with precision. Each time Sabalenka screamed through a winner, Coco responded with calm footwork and unshakable determination. It was resistance in motion, resilience painted across the court. And slowly, almost imperceptibly, momentum began to tilt. The turning point, when belief became reality. There are moments that define matches, moments that define careers, moments that change destinies. For Gauff, it came midway through the first set. Sabalenka crushed a forehand cross-court, a shot that should have been untouchable. But Coco didn't accept its fate. She sprinted, stretched, slid into the shot, and with impossible balance, flicked a defensive backhand that kissed the baseline. The crowd erupted. Sabalenka froze. Gauff stood tall. It was more than a point. It was a declaration. You will not break me tonight. From that moment on, Gauff's confidence poured out like a rising tide. Her legs grew lighter. Her shots grew sharper. Her eyes burned brighter. Sabalenka, for the first time, looked shaken. Round two, heart versus fire. The second set became a war. Not a war of technique, but of emotion. Sabalenka fought like a lioness cornered. She roared after winners. She clenched her fists with each break opportunity. She screamed into the night sky, battling both her opponent and her own rising frustration. Gauff, meanwhile, fought like someone who carried the hopes of millions quietly in her chest. Calm, focused, breathing deeply between points, playing not just for victory, but for meaning. Every rally was a micro-battle. Every point a story. Sabalenka tried to overwhelm. Gauff tried to outlast. Sabalenka tried to intimidate. Gauff tried to neutralize. The result was breathtaking tennis. Raw, emotional, unforgettable. The emotional peak. Sabalenka's frustration, Gauff's pain. Tennis is physical. Tennis is mental. But sometimes it becomes emotional warfare. As the match stretched deeper, the emotion on court thickened. Sabalenka's fury grew with every mistake, every miss by inches, every defensive miracle from Coco's racket. Her frustration boiled over. She paced. She shouted. She ripped open the seams of her own composure. But Coco was not emotionless either. No, Beneath her stillness, she carried a heaviness. She looked up at her box, eyes filled with something deeper than stress. Responsibility, fear, hope, and something almost heartbroken, because winning wasn't just about beating Sabalenka, it was about proving something to herself, to her doubters, to critics, to destiny. This wasn't just competition, it was catharsis. Round 3, when the world held its breath. The final stretch of the match felt unreal. Sabalenka fired shots that would have ended any ordinary rally. Coco sent them back. Coco played angles that seemed mathematically impossible. Sabalenka chased them down. Both women defied logic. Both women refused to break. The stadium didn't sit. It floated on tension. The score tightened. The drama peaked. The night seemed to whisper, "This is more than a match." And then, one final rally became the moment everything broke open. The final point, a heart-wrenching end. Sabalenka, breathless, drenched in sweat, launched a final, desperate forehand down the line. Her signature shot, the shot that built her career. Coco sprinted, slid, reached, and struck a passing shot that painted the line so perfectly the entire stadium gasped as one. Why this match changed everything. This wasn't just a win. It was a crossroads. For Coco Gauff, it solidified her as more than a rising star. She became a force. It proved she could withstand the heaviest pressure. It strengthened her aura of emotional steel. It marked the night she grew another level as an athlete and as a woman. For Aryna Sabalenka, it revealed vulnerability behind her power. It reminded fans that even giants break. It exposed her heart, raw, passionate, human, and it sparked a fire in her that the tour will surely feel for months. For tennis, it gave fans one of the most emotional matches of the year. It elevated the rivalry into something legendary. It reminded the world why women's tennis is a global powerhouse of drama, passion, and artistry. Nothing about this night was ordinary. Everything about it was transformative. The message that echoed across the globe. When the match ended, social media exploded. Match of the decade. A rivalry born. Coco is the future. Sabalenka's heart is unmatched. This wasn't tennis. This was theater. Fans weren't simply entertained. They were moved. Because great matches make you cheer. But legendary matches make you feel. Conclusion. A night that lives forever. Coco Gauff's heart-wrenching when over Aryna Sabalenka will not fade. It will be replayed. It will be remembered. It will be cherished by fans, by historians, by dreamers. Because on that night, one woman fought with fire. One woman fought with heart. And together, they created magic. A match that stretched emotions to their limits. A match that showed vulnerability and strength in equal measure. A match that changed everything for both players, and possibly for tennis itself. In victories, Coco Gauff has smiled. In losses, she has learned. But on this night, this unforgettable, emotional, heart-shaking night, she grew, and the world watched in awe. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.